Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Ashland High School faculty and staff wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Go Clockers!
Happy Thanksgiving from everyone here at Ashland Town Hall. Looking forward to watching the Ashland Clockers TVL champs run up the score against Hopkinton today. Go Clockers!
Happy Thanksgiving! Go Clockers!
Members of the Ashland Fire Department would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Go Clockers!
Hey guys, this is Marathon Deli. We want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And go Clockers, number one.
From all of us at the Ashland Senior Center, we're wishing you a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm open! I'm open! I'm open! I'm open! I'm open! I got it! Clockers, best of luck today. Go Lock! Go Lock!
Happy Thanksgiving from the Ashland Select Board. Congratulations, Clockers, on a great season. Go Clockers!
Cameron taught me all this stuff when I was interning, and that was 2 years ago. So.
How do we check if it's done in 4K?
Is it a menu? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I know. I hate that glare. Yeah.
This one isn't 4K. Under rec set.
Ashland High School faculty and staff wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Go Clockers!
Happy Thanksgiving from everyone here at Ashland Town Hall. Looking forward to watching the Ashland Clockers TVL champs run up the score against Hopkinton today. Go Clockers!
Happy Thanksgiving! Go Clockers!
Members of the Ashland Fire Department would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Go Clockers!
Hey guys, this is Marathon Deli. We want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And go Clockers, number 1.
From all of us at the Ashland Senior Center, we're wishing you a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm open! I got it! Clockers, best of luck today. Go long! Go long!
Happy Thanksgiving from the Ashland Select Board. Congratulations, Clockers, on a great season. Go Clockers!
all right?
No. Sorry. Oh, you got me my own clipboard too.
Well,
That's fine.
I had a clipboard for my notes and a clipboard for the roster, but whatever you want to do.
Good. No, I told her she was doing the national anthem. I'm like, they told you we're doing the Canadian national anthem too today.
You get a deer in the headlights
And
look?
she's like, I'm like, they told you, right? She's like, no. Kidding. April Fools. Thanksgiving.
Okay, so we are live streaming.
Yeah. Gonna do a couple little tests. I sound a little muffled.
You sound okay to me. You sound clear on mine.
All
Good
right.
morning, everybody on the live streaming audience. Stand by for Ashland Hopkinton football coming up at the top of the hour. This is your catching some of the behind the scenes as we do some testing and setup. But glad to have you with us. So settle back, grab a hot chocolate, and we'll see you at the top of the hour.
A lot of the yes. So they have the bagpipes. Big fan of that. Did you see my video that I reposted from 5 years ago when we did the game with Jake? Tony plays the bagpipes, so Tony led him up the field with the bagpipes. Nice little tradition. Can't wait till our budget allows for longer courts. All you folks out there, WACA, we do a lot of volunteer work. If you want to donate, WACA-TV. In Ashland, a lot of alumni back for the game. There's Kevin Russell. I saw Bubba Gazzard. Both key members of the 2019 Super Bowl team as the Ashland Clockers break through the flag, stream to the sidelines. Brandon Grover. Ryan Dwinells is on the sidelines again. If you caught the playoff game against Northampton, you were able to catch Ryan on the mic for the second half. That was a lot of fun. We appreciate him spending the time. Gave us a little time to warm up. It's freezing up here. It seems like they're going to allow the cowbells today, Josh. What do you think about that?
I'm okay with it. You know what I think football needs is more cowbell.
Absolutely. Yeah, here's my thingy. All right. Testing, testing, testing. That's any better? No.
Happy
No.
Thanksgiving.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. All right, that's a little better for me.
Okay.
All right.
Sounded good to me, so.
Yeah.
looking good.
All right, great.
Good.
All right. What? I told them on the board. 50s. Is this both rosters?
No, I thought you had the Ashland roster.
No, I don't, but that's fine. I know most of it.
Okay, so that's the Hopkinton roster.
Yeah.
And then all the notes that I typed up.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. I think Bob Thacker. Happy Thanksgiving, Bob, if you're listening already. I think I might have given him my roster. Be nice for him to wake up with the grandkids first thing in the morning, not have to worry about running out and
Sure.
flip on the TV and watch the game.
So good morning, everyone. We're glad to have you with us. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm Josh Abrams, joined by Rob Silver. Rob, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Josh. It's good to be back. And then next year, it'll be Ashland. They'll start here, both teams, and bring the ball to Hopkinton. It's a nice little tradition.
That's great. I love it. The other thing I was told about last night is they got together all the flag football kids this morning, and they had them lining the path leading up here to the field. And so the varsity team, when they entered here this morning, they ran through almost like a tunnel of flag football kids high-fiving and that kind of thing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So Coach McKay's brother Tim is very involved in the flag football program. So they were both morning get the kids involved here.
So the captains make their way to center field, and we have two other players. So the captains being Dylan Drozek, Andrew Molesky, Luke Hurd, and Matt Gillis, but they're joined also by seniors Max Palin. I called it wrong once because the younger brother is Cam, and since then it's just ingrained in my head. I keep saying the wrong thing. So I just call it Antonuk now with the tackle.
Nice.
The toss.
Somebody's going to. So it looks like Ashland's going to receive to open the game.
Love it.
And defending the right end zone. So I'm expecting we'll be getting the national anthem in the next minute or two. You happen to catch who's singing the national anthem this morning, did you, Rob?
No, nice young lady. I did not get her name. Hopefully the PA announcer.
Marked.
PA system working extremely well.
I know that most of the national anthem singers we've had this season all participated in the Clocker Idol competition. Had a lot of talented singers here between football and volleyball games.
Between the Hopkinton Hillers and your Ashland Clockers. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition, demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all attendants. Ensure that your behaviors reflect the values that should be identified for these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior for those around you. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove all headgear, and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem, performed by Ashland's own Hekui Meridian.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets with glee their bombs burst in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hekui Meridian.
Ashland's own.
Great job. What a way to start the game as more of the alumni clockers come onto the sidelines.
Yeah, this would seem to be a slow arriving crowd this morning, Rob, but we're filling up nicely as we approach kickoff.
Oh yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. I wonder if the new ticket sales has anything to do with it. Oh, they would take. Were they taking cash? I think.
I
when they
don't
walked in?
think so. I think it was,
Oh,
supposed to be
then
just.
I think I got scammed by somebody. No.
Sucked me right in on that one.
No, it wasn't planned. I really thought there was somebody, like they had two lines, like prepaid and maybe the non-prepaid, they were kind of coaching you through the online app. I don't know. But back deep to receive for Ashland is Peter Gigliotti on your right, number 40, and Jake Troutman, number 3. Let's see, it looks like number 15 for Avery Ravitch. Kicker for Hopkinton.
Kicking off for Hopkinton, number 15.
Hillers coached by Mark Sanborn, a Hopkinton grad.
Safety kick for Ashland.
Andrew
Number
McKay,
40,
our coach,
Avery
a
Ravitch.
Ashland grad.
Number
So
3, Jake Trout.
the roots are deeply ingrown. Nice kick. Down to the 2-yard line, Troutman takes it. Almost a block from behind, but
Jake
nope.
Troutman
Gets
out
to the
30.
outside.
There's a late flag.
30-yard line.
Yeah,
Jake Troutman. Tackled by number 4. Gavin
Okay.
Persana.
I don't know if it was on the kind of block in the back, but regardless, it's going to come back 10 yards. First and 10 from the 15. So if you're just joining us, I'm Rob Silver with my Thanksgiving Day partner, first time, Josh Abrams.
I thought you were going to say good friend, but I'll take Thanksgiving Day partner.
Good friend. Great. I wouldn't say good. I'd say great friend. Been through a lot already.
Kick, save, and a butte.
Congratulations on your soccer announcing award. That was cool.
That's a team effort. That's the station was awarded. But thank you, thank you.
That was awesome. Hand off to Molesky.
Handoff to
Finds a little bit of room. Does the rest himself. Gets about 8 yards. Molesky finishing off a unbelievable senior year. Over 1,400 yards on the grounds. Had multiple 200-yard gains.
Tri-Valley Large MVP.
23-yard line.
Yeah.
And he's not slowing down here. I'm just watching him pump the legs to keep going, the momentum to keep pushing the pile. Very impressive.
Yeah, I'm expecting Ashland to just dominate this game. I think they're really pumped up. They know they had a good season. Tough loss to Situate, but they're psyched to put up a huge game here. Expect to see a fun game too. Gigliotti on the jet sweep.
Off to the right side.
Picks up 3.
Yeah, Gigliotti in motion on that one, took the handoff and got the first down.
Yeah. I expect McKay to kind of mix it up, make it a fun day.
Folks, that must be an Ashland first down.
The announcer had his coffee this morning.
Oh, he's in mid-season form.
He's great. I love the energy that Mark Drozek brings to the game.
And the PA speakers are now mounted on the outside of the press box. So
sweet.
Yeah.
And now that's right. Pat Twinnell's in motion, but the handoff goes to Molesky.
Hopkinton defensive line impressive, closing the holes and minimizing the gain for the Clockers there.
Tackled by number 71, Brendan McGowan.
Gonna look for one of those little screen pass with the blocker with a wide receiver making the block, and that's gonna spring somebody. You can go 70 yards from here. Luke Herter, quarterback for Ashland, also another phenomenal season on the ground and in the air. As Pat Twinnells goes in motion, Herter keeps it, as he's done all year. Very successful, the quarterback draw, picks up about 11 and a first down.
Robin, it's been a few weeks since I've done a football game. I don't remember seeing this much motion in the offense in previous games.
I remember one game early on where they had run the jet sweep like 3 times in a row, and it was Peter Gigliotti getting it every time, and I was just out of breath just watching them because they go, I mean, they really do go
sideline
full
to sideline.
speed.
Yep.
So just part of McKay's whole scheme. The motion opens other things up. Interesting, Pat Twinnell's lined up at the bottom of the screen. In motion again. Herter to pass. He's got Keegan Weiss just past the outstretched hand.
For number 8, Keegan Weiss.
Decent coverage. Had to be a perfect pass. Need a little more air under it.
Looks like Ethan Antonuck among those coming into the game right now for the Clockers.
Now, you mentioned somebody got hurt in the Situate game. I'm wondering, because you don't usually see Pat Twinnells getting this much playing time as a junior this early in the game. So I'm wondering if it was one of the offensive keys. Max Palin lined up at the bottom here. At the top of the screen is Jake Troutman. Handoff goes to Molesky. Tries to bounce it outside. Cuts back inside. Picks up about 4, maybe 5.
For a gain of 5.
So the Clockers just about at midfield here. 3rd down.
70, Evan Van Beek.
Want to quickly thank our sponsors while we have a moment. Technoplex Flexibles, bringing you the Thanksgiving Day game, as well as support all year long, as well as Marathon Deli.
Yeah, it's been a terrific season. We certainly appreciate all of our sponsors. But Techniplex Flexible, our official headlining sponsor this morning.
Yeah.
And Marathon Deli, of course, just that season-long sponsorship. We certainly appreciate them feeding us along the way.
So first third down, Herder rolls to his right, decides to tuck it away. Good pursuit by Hopkinton, able to keep him 2 yards shy of the first down.
And is stopped for a first down.
This is
Tackled by
Thanksgiving.
number
They're
75,
going.
Justin Sokol. 4th and 2 from the 48.
In comes number 79.
Jared Canning?
Yes.
Sophomore?
Yes, he's been getting more playing time, coming into shape. Definitely not in true football form, but he's going to be a force over the next couple of years. Once you get 2-3 years in the weight room under their program, makes a huge difference. But he's had an impact already in the limited playing time he's had. So there's the handoff to Molesky. Keeps going, and they're stuffed him.
I think he's just short. I think everybody in the stadium knew that Molesky was getting the ball there.
Huge stop by Hopkinton on the opening drive. Kind of takes my 50-point prediction off the table.
No,
the odds have gone from 10-1 to 20-1 after that drive.
So as the team switch it up here, I do want to point out, Rob, that you fans here on TV might notice the Ashland helmets not sporting the usual blue A. Today they've got decals that represent the Ashland Police and Fire Departments. It's been a nice partnership, a nice relationship that's been built between the Ashland football team and our police and fire departments locally here. We'll talk about that more later in the game.
Hopkinton looks to throw. Good coverage. That could have been offensive.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Rob. You took it right out of my mouth.
Robert Litcher, the quarterback for Hopkinton.
Keegan Weiss defending on the corner
pass
there.
Intended for Wyatt Stevens, junior to junior. A lot of juniors on this club for Hopkinton.
Yeah, 10 seniors, 17 juniors on the Hopkinton roster this year.
And I think the strategy is to try and throw. That if there's one weakness with the Ashland defense, it's the secondary, the deep ball. Yeah, you can't run the ball with this crew with Dylan Drozek, Pat Delorias, Jack McGough stepped up for that tackle.
By number 21.
Connor Kramer.
Elgaby. Gain of about 1. It'll be, call it 3rd down and 9.
So 3rd and 9 for the Hillers here. Try to run, try to pass, see what happens here on 3rd down. Clock is a little late to get into their alignment here, but on time.
Fakes the handoff. He's got some time, being pursued by McGough, and a nice tackle by Molesky.
For a loss.
Andrew Molesky with an amazing stop. No gain on the play.
Pass was to number 21, Mason Elgabry,
Brings up
a
4th down
sophomore.
for Hopkinton.
So the Ashland defense has held for now. Let's see if they punt it.
Well, they're going for it, Rob. 4th down.
Could be a quick kick, but yeah, either way, I don't mind the call.
Okay, and shotgun.
It is a quick kick.
And a whistle.
We have a whistle and a flag on the play.
It's a very effective play.
Sure, I mean, you draw the whole defense up to the line.
That's a false start.
Wow.
Offense.
False start on a quick kick.
Now they bring in the punt unit.
Yep.
Not going to fool anybody. Now's the time you fake it. Nobody's expecting a fake at this point.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Are you making a history of the world reference?
Sure am. Happy
Part
Thanksgiving.
Part 1?
Yeah, did you hear they're bringing it back? History of the World Part 2 is going to be a limited series, I heard.
Oh, Oh, some movement there. Connor Kramer, but looked like the 52 move for Russell Perryman.
Well, flag's going against the Clockers on this one.
Actually, Kramer caused Perryman to move. Okay.
So we're going to try this one again. Troutman back to receive for the Clockers, standing at about his 15.
Ravitch back to punt.
Good job by Gillis getting in there.
He almost got there. This is going to be a
nice
fortuitous bounce for the Hillers.
It's all right. We haven't seen the 99-yard play in a long time.
First and 10 from the 2.
PA announcer said 2. I'm saying the 1. Let's see. That's the 1. Fix the scoreboard. So that Molesky gets credit for 99 yards when he breaks out of the pack.
I want to take a quick moment, Rob, to thank this morning's crew of, again, volunteers giving up their Thanksgiving morning for us. So Paul Bowden, Justin O'Brien, Nick Cunningham, Maggie Katab, and Tom Hamilton. Guys, thanks again for being here this morning. A little chilly up here on the top deck, but glad to have you with us.
Herder keeps it.
Gets the Clockers some breathing room there.
Number 16,
12 yards.
Cody Lavalette on the tackle. Herder picks up a first down.
Going with the hurry-up offense.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
From the, they call it, Mark Drozek said they refer to it as the wing T. Pitch to Molesky.
It's a high pitch, too.
Yeah, it kind of threw him off a little bit.
He got a harder 5 or so there.
Molesky up to the 21.
Maybe even more. Wow, 8.
Second and 2 from the 21.
Going to continue with that hurry-up offense, Rob.
Pitch to Gigliotti.
Gigliotti with the handoff.
He is just beyond the first down marker. They are going to move the chains. He gets the 2 they needed.
Don't need to measure that one.
Just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score here on this Thanksgiving Day game. Herder keeps it, spins away. Meets a host. Not a host. He meets a few Hopkinton Hillers right away.
By number 64, Hunter Bertucci.
Speaking of hosts, are you guys hosting Thanksgiving this year?
We are not. We're staying local, but we are not hosting.
Okay.
Second and 6 from the 27.
Molesky, a little bit of room. Oh, a hard hit.
Is that helmet to helmet?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, a hold.
Paul Lichter, but we have a flag on the play.
It's going to go against the Clockers, holding.
Holding Ashland. It's 5 yards. Oh. Holding's 10 yards from the spot of foul.
So it's now going to be a second and 11.
At the 27?
Second and 12.
Or 12.
From the 22.
Hopkinton making a late substitution here. Calvin Tujan coming in as one of the linebackers, junior for the Hillers.
Fairly conservative play calling so far. Hasn't thrown any screen passes.
Just seeing some really interesting variety here, Rob, between the motion plays in the first series and now the hurry-up offense that we were seeing here in the second.
Pitch to Molesky, gets outside a little. Not allowing him to get the corner. Looked like Calvin Tuzian and Paul Litcher in there for the tackle for the Hillers.
So it looks like the Clockers will need to get to the 32 for the first down.
3rd and 7.
Maybe even the 33. My yellow line's a little different. Herder with a hard count. So Jake Rimza lined up at the bottom here.
Going to move Molesky to the other side.
Delay a game. Yep,
wow.
Delay a game. A rare delay of game call.
5-yard penalty.
So Rob wanted to mention Wednesday night was the annual Powder Puff game making its reappearance.
Oh, yeah.
And the seniors took that one 18-12 over the juniors. And want to thank everybody who donated canned goods at the game. The Clocker Club collected more than 300 cans and donated them to the Ashland Food Pantry.
Outstanding. Seems like that sounds like a pretty competitive game, 18-12.
It was back and forth.
Oh, that's great. Herder to throw. He's got Jake Troutman, who handles it nicely.
Big gain across midfield by Troutman.
29-yard pickup, and more importantly, a first down.
Is that Herder's first completion of the morning?
Yes. Might be a second throw. He had that
they
throw
had
to
that
Weiss.
one. Yep.
Nice job by Troutman.
He found that
And
hole in the
Herder.
zone, yeah.
Had the guy was covering him, and then he just kind of snuck behind him.
Ran into some open space, and Herder found him.
And a good job by the line to give Herder all the time he needed. Gillis, the up back. Molesky going behind Gillis, tries to find a hole, just can't do it.
Hopkinton line is pumped up today.
I'd say, yeah, Hopkinton basically saying, hey, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us in the air. We're not allowing Molesky to put up 200 yards against us.
2nd and 8.
So again, 4 receivers, Rimza, Troutman, and at the top of the screen we have Keegan Weiss, and to his outside Max Palin.
Yeah, Gillis just came off at the end of that play.
So Herder from the shotgun.
Again, Herder moving Molesky.
Get it off in time. Molesky, good block. Gives Herder time to throw. Overthrows Rimza and almost picked off by Ravitch.
Tried to thread the needle between two levels of defense there.
Number 16, maybe, Colby Lavelle in it? Yeah.
So yeah, went off Rimza's fingertips, off a Hopkinton defender and down to the ground, but incomplete. 3rd down now for the Clockers.
Definitely a risky throw. Was not really there. But he's been threading the needle all year.
Yeah, I mean, this Ashland football team, had some good population in the postseason awards, right? TVL All-Stars.
So it's 3rd and 8, scoreless, 1:29 to go in the first quarter. A weird play, no flags, and Troutman.
Herder led him a little too far.
Yeah.
Pass intended for Jake Troutman.
Give Troutman credit for not giving up on that. He had that defender bearing down on him. He was still all out.
He knew he was going to get hit on that one.
That was weird. It was almost like the center forgot to snap the snap count or something. It seemed like everybody moved, and Herder was still waiting for the ball to be snapped.
So Herder was among the this year's Fall Tri-Valley League All-Stars. John Giglia, Jake Troutman, Jack McGough, Patrick Delarier, and of course Luke Herder.
Pat Twinnell's deep to punt. Always have to be aware of a potential run. Good clocker bounce. Down to the 3-2.
Let that thing keep rolling.
Get your feet off of the end line. Down to the 1 line. Anything you can do, we can do better.
Absolutely.
Down at the 1-yard line.
So,
see if the Clockers can dial it up on defense. Flag behind the play.
Offsetting personal fouls. Offsetting personal fouls, which could lead to an ejection, I think, if they get multiple.
To let everybody know that we have the 50-50 raffle happening today.
So, yeah, offsetting penalties. You called it right, Rob.
To the cause, and you will receive 50%.
So I want to mention some of the other football all-stars, if you will. Andrew Molesky was TVL Large Most Valuable Player. Dylan Drozek, TVL Large Lineman of the Year. Matt Gillis, TVL Large Defensive Player of the Year. And Coach McKay was TVL Large Coach of the Year. So Ashland representing well in the postseason awards this year.
Yeah, we'll get get to the other,
other
sports
sports,
as
yep.
well. It had a lot of all-stars across the board.
They got to punt this one again.
One would think that would be after the play. Well, no, not really. It was while the punt was still going, so. Offsetting fouls that clearly favored Hopkinton.
Yeah, they got the benefit on that one.
Now McKay might just.
We're going to redo the punt.
Now McKay throwing the fake now. So Dronell is the quarterback for JV.
This looks like it's Wyatt Stevens back to receive for the Hillers.
Let's see, come on, something fancy. Okay, another
it's a
decent
deeper punt.
See if we get the bounce. We do get the bounce. Still very efficient.
Inside the 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ball's down at the
Hopkinton
10-yard
picks up
line.
7 yards on the second punt.
Takes over.
Yeah.
First and 10 from the
37-yard net inside the. Thought it was inside the 10, but.
Congratulations to the field hockey team who earned a bid to this year's Division II MIAA state tournament. They defeated North Reading at home before falling to eventual state champion Sandwich in the second round.
Speaking of sandwich, you're looking for a good sandwich, Marathon Deli, place to go. You will never run out of new choices.
Swung by there earlier this week, picked up a wrap.
There you go. Quarterback keeps it.
Not much there.
Ashland takes a lot of pride. Robert Litcher, pickup of maybe 3 based on the spot. As
So
the clock winds down.
Gain of
Go ahead.
3, second and 7.
Get one more play
from
in.
the 13.
Use an interception. Get this crowd fired up. Litcher's going to keep it again. Bounces it outside.
Again, not much there. Looks like maybe a 2-yard pickup.
Matt Gillis, TVL Defensive Player of the Year. On the tackle.
3rd and 4. We got 7 seconds left in the quarter.
And that's going to wind down the first quarter. So a competitive back and forth battle.
A defensive battle in the first quarter.
Yeah, not what we expected. Gives Ashland a chance to talk with their coach and figure out a game plan.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Ashland on offense had a lot defensive line there in the first quarter. Molesky just, he's gonna break one sooner or later.
I think.
So I wanted to go back to our TVL All-Stars and the other fall sports for Ashland. So in field hockey, Olivia Gleason. For volleyball, Sneha Yadav, Taylor Simpson, Cece LeBay. For boys soccer, the goalie, David Skorodumov. In golf, the Yoshi twins, Kaiser and Kira. For cheer, Mariana D'Olivra, I apologize.
De Oliveira.
And Jasmine Delgado. And congratulations also to our cross-country all-state qualifiers, Brooke Boulanger, Chris Moriarty, and Amelia Agustinelli.
Yeah. I think the Coach Avery, was also got a Coach of the Year for cross-country.
Yep. A lot of firsts for cross-country this year. Really,
up and coming.
Yeah. They placed. They went to the States. It was a really good season for cross-country.
And shout out to
3rd and 5
the volleyball team who really, came on strong at the end, advanced. What did they win, 2 playoff games?
They won playoff games before they got knocked off by the top seed in their division.
Yeah, so they had a really successful season. And Coach Ray LeBay, first year, congrats to him. A lot of movement there. Nobody seems to care as Litcher gets the first down. McKay's all over the ref. Yeah, I mean that was just blatant.
Yep.
First down, Hopkinton at the 21-yard line.
Sun coming out.
Yeah, 45 degrees at kickoff under mostly cloudy skies, but it's starting to break up here a little bit. little more comfortable up here on the deck than I expected, Rob.
Yeah, I'm like you. I'm wearing like 3 layers up top, 2 layers down below.
Yep.
As Litcher takes the handoff, looks to run again. Drozek chases him down, doesn't let go.
And Matt Gillis and a host of others tackled for a loss.
Quarterback keeper tackled by a host of Ashland players with a loss of 5. Second down and 15.
Have to count how many people, because that was a host, according to Mark Drozek. A host of players. Plethora being how many? Do we go over this whole thing?
I think we were going back and forth on plethora versus myriad.
I think I went over it with some friends of mine. We were trying to figure out. I was just asking them blindly, how many is a host versus? So Litcher's back to pass. Good job finding the underneath man who pushes ahead. Just about a first down. I think they're going to give it to him. They usually do.
He's brought down out of bounds.
I think he just got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's.
Third down and 10.
They'll give him third down.
From the 21.
They need to get in there, force them to make a bad throw. Litcher.
Good pressure.
That's what we're talking about. A lot of players around the ball.
That ball was in the air a long time. I'm surprised it didn't get touched by anybody.
Yeah, intended for Seamus Murphy. Coverage by Rimza and a couple other clockers. It's going to force a punt with 10:06 to go in a scoreless game here in the second quarter. Check our Facebook feed. See how many viewers we have. See if anybody.
Well, don't forget, we've got viewers on the Education Channel today on Verizon and Comcast.
Shout out to Mark Rudisil, who's watching from the comforts of his home, probably.
A spiraling punt.
Troutman fields it cleanly. Fair catch at the 43-yard line.
Okay, Clockers will start with good field position here. Their first series in the second quarter.
34 yards net on the pass.
So, Rob, we had mentioned the Clockers today wearing special decals on their helmets. It's a great anecdote that I saw on the Ashland Police Department Facebook page recently. After last year's Thanksgiving Day game was canceled due to the pandemic, Coach McKay asked his players to reflect on what they were thankful for, and the team said they were grateful for the Ashland Police and Fire Department members and the services they provide the community. Earlier this week, Police Chief Briggs and Fire Chief Roby attended football practice. The team informed them they'll be wearing the decals honoring the Ashland Police and Fire Departments on their helmets today. So that's the backstory on why we're seeing these decals instead of the traditional blue A's on the helmets.
Love it.
The fans for all their
Yep.
support during the game.
Now it's a nice fan turnout all along the fence on the Hopkinton side and on our side.
Want to mention also appreciate having the police auxiliary here today, crowd control, parking, and so on. Again, out here on a Thanksgiving Day morning.
So a false start on Ashland makes it 1st and 15.
From the 37.
Do you think that extended layoff, but since their game against Scituate, is contributing to some sloppy play?
Definitely a mental lapse, because Coach McKay would be beside himself if they had this many penalties in a regular game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wants to win, and I'm sure he's fairly confident that they will come away with a win, but he just does not have a high tolerance for that type of stuff.
And personally, I mean, I'm never comfortable seeing a superior team letting an inferior team hang around.
Absolutely.
Anything can
happen.
happen.
I agree. You start to get some confidence. Herder back to pass.
He's got time.
Nice throw underneath to Antonuk. Up the middle, excuse me. No.
That was well executed.
That was a great play. Talking about threading the needle, he had receivers streaking up the sidelines.
And he hit him in stride, right at the tip of the right on the fingertips. Beautiful catch.
Good hand, exactly. Good hands by Antonuk. That's it. So Antonuk actually in the backfield there. He's going to throw again, wide open to Gillis. Tough to bring down as he shows, and he's in the end zone. First touchdown of the day. Ashland Clockers on the board.
Rob, I got to tell you, when he first caught that, I think he was headed for the sideline. I thought he was just going to go out of bounds, but he cut back, fought off a couple of tacklers, and just brought it to the house.
Matt Gillis is probably as good as anyone on this team as far as breaking tackles.
That's why we always talk about Molesky, but you're absolutely right. Gillis is tough to bring down.
Defensive Player of the Year, and definitely is due some accolades on offense. He's had a great offensive year as well. As Gilia nails the extra point. Again, Bork on the snap, McGough on the hold, and John Gilia makes it 7-0.
So 9:19 to go in the second quarter. Clockers draw first blood.
Yeah, they totally missed Gillis just sneaking out of the backfield.
Yeah, I was wondering about a blown coverage there because he was wide open in that pocket.
He scored on that play a handful of times this year.
So, Rob, where are you headed after the game today? What do your Thanksgiving celebrations look like?
Where am I not headed?
Sounds like your Florida trip.
Oh, right. Now, I did get an invite. My brother, my sister-in-law is down in Attleboro, but that's a little too much. I'm probably going to go over a friend's house, their close family friend's house over in Milford.
Nice.
Shout out to the Spencer clan if they're listening, which I doubt they're not. I doubt they are.
End-over-end kick here, fielded by Hopkinton.
Big hit fumble. Ball was loose. I think it bounced right into the Hopkinton player's hands. Another one.
Hillers catch a break if that's the case. It is the ball. It is the call.
There was definitely some hard hitting.
Matthew Pantera came up with the recovery.
So Ashland seems a little fired up now.
Absolutely. See if they flip the switch. The defense can pick up right where offense left off. Make some big plays. So, by the way, let me know if your plans change. We're headed down to Lakeville later this afternoon. We can caravan down if you'd like.
Oh, that's where you're going?
That's where we're going.
Last time I was in Lakeville was to play golf. Isn't there a little golf course down there?
I know they're cranberry bogs.
Oh. As Litcher steps back to pass, sails that one, but a good job by number 7. Was that Seamus Murphy?
Yeah, Seamus.
To go up and get it. And he's right on. They're going to move the chains.
Not a great pass, but a terrific catch.
I thought it was going to maybe be a deflection and pop into the hands of the Clocker defender. But Murphy did a tremendous job to go up and get it. I've noticed, not just high school, but NFL as well, they seem to be rounding, not a lot of chain measurements, not a lot of guessing. It's almost like when they spot the ball initially, he moved. So movement on Hopkinton. But they tend to spot the ball almost right on the yard mark nowadays, if you watch a game. And it saves the time of having to, guess if they made the first down, because if you spot the ball, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
comparative.
It's an easier measurement.
Exactly, with the eye. So I've seen that a lot. And they kind of do that here. It's almost like if it's close enough, let's just give it to them, if, all other things being equal. So, Hopkinton in a little hole already, down 7-0, first and 15. Litcher keeps it. Oh, there was almost a hold there. Litcher with a very effective run.
Big game. Big game brought down by Jake Remza. Robert Litcher with a run, and it brings up a first down for Hopkinton at the Ashland 49. First and 10 from the 49.
Litcher back to pass.
Too high this time.
Pass
That was
intended
attempt
for
to
number
Wyatt
6.
Stevens.
Wyatt Stevens. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It was a movie from the early 80s with a Wyatt. Was that Weird Science?
Yes.
It was. It was.
Wow. Thought you were going to go Wyatt Earp there, but wow, you went with Wyatt from Weird Science.
Holy
Impressive.
mackerel. Thank you. Thank you.
Some of Anthony Michael Hall's finest work.
Litcher wants it all himself, and Matt Gillis.
He didn't make it.
Only going to give him a
There's
yard.
a late flag. It's going to go against Molesky. It's against the
Face
Clockers.
mask.
That's going to be a
Leo
first down.
Bobenshaw on the tackle, but we've got a flag on the play. Ashland. Defensive holding.
Really?
That's a
No, I don't think it was holding.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
No,
First
it's
down,
15 yards.
Hopkins.
It's a face mask. As I said, pay no attention to the man behind the. No. I've just spent way too much time watching endless hours of football.
It's a good way to spend the day.
First and 10, Hopkinton from the
Got an
27-yard
NFL
line.
triple header coming up this afternoon and into tonight.
Yeah. Getting ready for my Cowboys.
I keep forgetting that you're that Cowboys. How are
Wyatt
we
Stevens.
friends?
We have a completed
Another
pass,
flag.
but a flag
It
on
looks
the
like they
play.
might have called the hold here. Coaches have been after the refs on the
Holding against Hopkinton.
So it will come back.
Teams are exchanging holding
That's
penalties.
10
Sloppy
yards
game.
from the spot
we
of
don't
foul.
like. We don't like that. So Dallas playing the Raiders.
What do you think? Is today the day the Lions get their first win of the year?
It seems like it never happens when you expect it to. I did
First
pick the Lions in.
for
I
Hopkinton.
can't
from
tell
the
you how much
39
money
yard
I've lost on the Lions over the last 40 Thanksgiving Day games. Oh,
You'd think you'd learn this eventually.
right. Well, the law of averages. I can't remember when the last time they covered. Litcher lets it fly. Oh, nice pass.
Almost a spectacular over-the-shoulder
Pass
catch.
is incomplete.
Alligator
attempted
arms by
to number
Mason
21,
Elgabry just didn't
Mason
extend enough.
Elgabry.
Speaking of alligators, I did see a small alligator when I was down in Naples.
For the transition.
From the
It
39.
was like 3-4 feet in the pond behind.
On the golf course?
Yeah, there was a golf course there. When I was in Sarasota, it was also on a golf course. My friend's condo. Shout out to Ann Havel Kirkman. Thank you for your hospitality. Kim Grant, thank you. Yeah, she said there's a 13-foot alligator that lives in that pond. Wow. I didn't get to see that one. As Litcher under heavy pressure.
Screen.
Beautiful.
Great pressure on the quarterback, and then he dumped off for a great screen. Big gainer, but this one's coming back.
It was a well-designed play by Hopkinton. That was the intent. Let everybody
him through.
in. Let him through. Oh, wait. What movie was that? Wait, hold on. Hold on.
I just saw it. That's what was fresh in my mind.
Hold on.
In heavy rotation on TNT.
Let him through. Varsity Blues?
No.
Hold on. Let him through. Wait.
We have a block in the back by
yeah, remember the Titans?
Hopkinton
Nope.
and a face mask from Ashland.
Maybe I've
Offside
got a specific
penalties.
movie in mind.
Replay, second down.
And then they called the guys yelling for. What do you got?
I'm thinking of The Replacements. Keanu
Oh,
Reeves.
I've never seen it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I know. We talked about this.
I'm gonna have to have you over to the house. So we
I
can
think it
start
was the
catching up on
uniforms,
these movies.
these red uniforms. They just bothered me. It never looked real. Like, who the hell?
Well, they look like USFL uniforms.
Right.
Speaking of which, that's coming back.
Litcher, a good pass to Murphy.
Well, Molesky all over him.
Yeah.
Tackled by Andrew Molesky.
I mean, and luckily for Litcher, Murphy's got some good hands because if he tips one of those plays and doesn't hold on, Clocker's right there to gobble it up.
So 3rd and 16 now for the Hillers. Clock ticks down just about to 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was Remember the Titans where he lets in the guy after the plays, like just let him through, and he kind of like upends him. Oh.
He was
Keep
there.
that flag in your pocket.
He was there early. No flag, though.
He was reaching for something. Maybe he just had an itch.
That's Keegan Weiss.
Yeah.
A little bit early that time.
4th and 16.
Is that Gigliotti coming in? Weiss?
Gigliotti and Kramer.
Kramer.
And McGough, Bovenschultz, and Delorius to the sidelines.
Tell you, I'm taking a look around here. It's a really nice crowd.
Whoever you're going to see?
Yeah, we'll have the kids will be, the annual cousin football game.
Oh, okay.
So
Please support the 50-50 raffle.
Tackle?
See Coach Hussein coming around. Please
rough touch.
I was going to say, do you do one-hand touch or two-hand touch?
Two-hand touch. Anybody can do one.
Right. Well, two-hand is the way it should be. Do you play on the lawn or do you have to use the street?
No. My sister-in-law and her husband, Leolis's, they have a nice big backyard.
We'd always
fire
play.
pit out back there. It'll be real nice. It's gonna be a great afternoon and evening down in Lakeville.
All right. So 1st and 10 on the 2-yard line. Hand off to Molesky. He's got a little bit of room. Just one guy to beat. We didn't have a really good yard, so we'd play on the street, and it was a narrow street, and you'd have cars parked because it's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So the play was always, okay, go to the car, and then right around the back of the hood. Yeah, exactly. So you use the car as a blocker.
Yep. Screen, yep.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Gigliotti in motion, handoff to Molesky.
Ball was there for a moment.
Efficient 5 yards. It's also nice up on the roof. Hopkinton's got one coach up here with us, but it's a lot roomier today. Sometimes it's very crowded with the other teams filming and doing all that stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, again, getting those speakers mounted instead of on the stands, that's really
that's
freed
the
up a lot of
difference.
space up here. He's going to get that first down real easy, and he got popped.
Yeah. 4 yards, needed 5.
Scoreboard showing 3rd and 1. He still needs to fix that. The yard marker guy.
Right, I think he was anticipating the first down as well and flipped it prematurely. Yeah, now he's got it right.
3rd and 1.
So, Ramiro, we were talking about the Powder Puff game earlier. It was back and forth. I think the juniors drew first score of the game, but teams exchanged touchdowns, and but it was a late defensive stop by the seniors to preserve the 18-12 win.
Clock winding down. The home field for Ashland has been an unbelievable advantage so far this year. I think they've had 6 or 7 home games now, including the playoffs, and they've only given up 20 points. And they've outscored their opponents something like 150-20 over that time span. Put 6 points up in the first half. So Ashland moving methodically down the field, starting this drive on their own 2-yard line.
That last play, nice connection between Herder and Gillis. I found Gillis among 3 defenders, just found the right spot in the zone, make the completion, big gain, first down for the Clockers, and now a timeout on the field.
Well, there's a question as to whether it's a timeout. Doesn't.
Oh,
no
start
timeout.
The clock now.
No timeout. So more traditional formation here. Rimza with single coverage. Molesky gets the handout, tries to cut it back.
Molesky with the carry.
Gets about 6. As the clock ticks under 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Ashland Clockers leading 7-0 over the Hopkinton Hillers.
Number 70, part of the tackle.
I want to again thank today's sponsor, Techniplex Flexibles, globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. The Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19.
I have to stop in there and get Bob Thacker a T-shirt. He's been tired.
He wants a Techniplex Flexibles
He
T-shirt?
jokes around about it, but and
well, they're right there in the
fake everything
building.
A couple times in his face.
This is trouble.
Oh! Max Palin!
Between Palin and the defender.
They were both going for the ball.
Yep.
If ever you waved off a flag, that would be it.
There's actually a flag back at the 38 as well. Hopkinton's cheering.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Holding. So it wasn't in the end zone. It was a play closer to the line back here.
Yeah. There were 2 flags.
That's interesting. So that flag in the end zone was against Hopkinton.
Second down.
So holding against Ashland, pass interference against Hopkinton on the same play. So are those going to offset?
Yeah, they'll replay the down, but I can't see where the holding came in because they were right in his face to begin with.
Right.
And the holding, that wasn't even part of the play, but okay. They hand it to Molesky this time. He's got some momentum.
Tell you what, I'm wondering if the ref was like right in the midst of that as he ran toward the ref, almost like another defender that he had to avoid.
Well, unfortunately, the nice throw to Palin. Got to give him credit for going up and coming down with that
I don't know how he
ball.
caught it.
Palin started off a little shaky this year. That would have been the icing on the cake. A nice season. Gigliotti on the sweep. He's got a blocker. Got a blocker. Gets about 9 yards, it looks like.
That was a borderline
10.
horse collar tackle.
I was thinking that. It looked like he was going to go for the face mask. So they give him the first down.
Clock continues to run.
It's a first down, ladies and gentlemen. First down, Ashland.
Well, they signal for the clock to run, but it's not running.
Molesky gets the pitch and gets 6 yards.
Calvin Tazugin.
Good clock management.
Gain of 6.
Gonna hurry up.
They have all their timeouts left. McKay is furious. There's the penalty. Oh, they're calling a illegal motion on offense.
Oh, McKay is furious.
He's furious because he wanted them to snap the ball because they had an extra defender on the field. So instead of getting the illegal participation call, now Ashland gets a 5-yard penalty. So if anybody ever thought that nobody cares about the,
the last
Thanksgiving
game of the
Day
year.
game
exhibition,
you watch a replay on Coach McKay after that snap.
False start. Offense, too many men on the field. Defense.
So another offsetting.
I don't think I've ever seen a game with this many sets of offsetting penalties.
No. I mean, it's understandable. They were trying to hurry it up, but still.
Replay, second down.
Practice this all year.
From the 9.
So Herder giving some signals behind the back to Molesky. Fakes the handoff. Looks for rims. It's tipped and almost picked off as he tried to get it to Gillis.
Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Third down.
So an even minute to go on the clock in the second quarter. 7-0 Ashland.
Left in the half.
Wow. When the cameramen get a chance, maybe they can pan and see some of the fans lined up along the fence. Great turnout. We have a timeout on the field.
Timeout, Ashland. 1 minute left in the half.
So, Rob, while we have this timeout, want to mention again, that Powder Puff game was put on by the Clocker Club, and they did collect more than 300 cans donated to the Ashland Food Pantry. And speaking of the Clocker Club, never too late to join. Membership makes a great stocking stuffer. The Clocker Club provides support through financial and volunteer assistance to the athletic programs, coaches, and student athletes. To date, they've provided more than $100,000 to Ashland High School athletics. To learn more, become a member, to shop for Clocker gear, visit clockerclub.org. We may have a visit from one of the Clocker Club executives. Do a quick interview with them in the second half. We'll see if we can get Peter Clay or Brian Cassane up here.
Definitely. As Justin O'Brien pans the camera out to show all the fans lined up all over the fence. Great turnout as the teams come back to the huddle. Justin O'Brien, the new guy with the crew, also helped out with the filming for the football team, for the varsity team this year as well. So.
And was here for Powder Puff Wednesday night.
Playing or just filming?
Filming.
Okay. You never know. Herder keep. End zone, touchdown, Clockers.
So make it 13-0 Clockers over the Hillers. Less than a minute to go here in the first half.
Coach McKay signaling 1. For the extra point. And again, it's Philip Bork, the center, and Jack McGough holding John Gillia. in the he's in the band, and when they go to Barnes and Noble, the band goes and they do a little what's that? Polar Express reading, and the band plays a little bit. It's a small, and then there's a thing where there's like the wood block in one of the songs. That's what he does.
Number 6, Wyatt Stevens.
So Stevens returns it for the Hillers up across the 25.
Brought down by number
About 46 seconds to go in the first half. Hillers will try and get a quick score here before the end of the half. The three-man front for the Clockers. Upended.
Quick snap. Luke Herter with a huge tackle.
Aiden Kelly on the carry for the Hillers, but brought down immediately. Second and long. Clock continues to run. About 28 seconds to go in the half.
And they don't have to snap the ball. It doesn't look like they will. Looks like they're going to be content going into the half, down 15-0. That's the Hillers down 15-0. And that's it. It's Hillers. I'm Rob Silver with Josh Abrams on WACA-TV. Little break. Come on back for the second half. Should be exciting. Thank you.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Happy Thanksgiving from the Ashland Select Board. Congratulations, Clockers, on a great season. Go Clockers!
program. If you purchase a program, you'll see it.
Okay, everybody, and welcome back to second half action. Clockers and Hillers here on Thanksgiving Day. If you're just tuning in, Clockers have the lead 15-10. About 2.5 minutes to go until the end of halftime, as the Hillers are the first team back, making their way back up here to the plateau. I'm Josh Abrams. Getting tripped up my own name here. A little chilly up here tonight. But I'm Josh Abrams, joined once again by Rob Silver. Again, a terrific first half for the Clockers. Up 15-0 over the Hillers. And again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, whether you're joining us on Facebook, YouTube, or on the Education channel here on Verizon or Comcast. Glad to have you with us. I want to take a moment here on Thanksgiving Day to thank our crew, Paul Bowden, Justin O'Brien, Nick Cunningham, Mackie Katab, and Tom Hamilton. Also want to pass along our condolences to the maestro, to Connor Donovan, on the recent passing of his grandfather. Connor, we are thinking of you, and we look forward to having you back here really soon. Had a really nice halftime here. The 50-50 got announced, a record collection for the Clocker Club. $1,280, and the winner actually donated his share back to the Clocker Club. So a really nice Thanksgiving Day gift back to the Clocker Club. Amount of $1,280 to support Ashland High School athletics. So Hillers are back here on the field, still waiting for the Clockers to make their reappearance. And they're making their way up with the bagpipes, making their way back up here onto the plateau. So a little bit of a surprising first half here. Everybody seemed to be expecting kind of an Ashland blowout here on the final game of the season. Clockers undefeated during the Hillers, who finished the year 3-7 and came in today on a 3-game losing streak. But it was a scoreless game through the first quarter before the Clockers got on the board, 7-0, touchdown and extra point. And then late in the first half, Luke Herter takes it himself. And then a surprise fake extra point turned into a successful 2-point conversion. And there you have it, 15-0.
I'm expecting a very strong second half. McKay's he's the Bill Belichick of the high school coaches. He does well with the halftime adjustments.
Well, he is Coach of the Year this year.
Yeah.
TVL large.
So play-by-play, Josh Abrams taking it away. I'm Rob Silver.
Okay, so second half will open with the Clockers kicking off to the Hillers. And that looks like it's back to receive, along with Wyatt Stevens for the Hillers. John Giglia, of course, kicking off for the Clockers.
John Giglia to kick off. Back to receive.
No. Shout out to some of the people watching on this other feed here.
Number 21.
Sarah Latessa, Tracy Giglia, Iman Wakuti.
So Stevens almost over the shoulder catch, going way back to get it and able to bring it all the way out across the 20. So Litcher takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he is brought down immediately for a loss.
Quarterback keeper brought
Looked
down
like
by
Gillis
number
on the
59,
stop.
Darius
Trozet's involved
Gillis.
as well. Another TVL All-Star. Yeah, Rob, I have to say, I mean, again, it was disappointing loss to Situate, but they were the top-seeded team in the division. But a really successful campaign here. Really successful season for the Clockers. Have to be happy. You know, undefeated regular season. Mostly kept opponents off the board at home, especially in the first half.
12 from the 20-yard line.
Nothing to be ashamed of, a lot to be proud of.
Okay, good pressure here by the Clockers.
Oh.
Intercepted.
Luke Herter.
He could go all the way. He's got the block, and he's in for the touchdown. But we have a late flag thrown behind the play. It's down at the 9. We'll have to see if this one's coming back. Definitely going to get the interception. I might have a holding call here. Herter read that one all the way. Great pressure from the defensive line. Holding does go against the Clockers, so the touchdown's coming off the board, but the Clockers will get possession here deep in Hiller territory early in the second half.
Holding on Ashland.
Be about 16 yards. The hold is quite unfortunate because it really had no bearing on that return. He was past everybody once he avoided the first.
Okay, so the ball spotted at the 16. And Herter, the defensive hero on the play, comes back immediately to lead the offense, quarterback. Palin split wide to the near side. Molesky in the backfield. Herter pitches to Molesky to the left side, through a hole. Still on his feet, working his way down, and brought down about the 5. Still on his feet. Still moving that pile.
12
Great
yards.
effort.
12 yards out of nothing.
First and goal for the Clockers. Got a timeout on the field. Yeah, got a slew of Hillers all getting picked up off the ground.
That's not good. It kind of.
First down, Ashland from the 9-yard line.
Leo Bovenscholt.
Nope.
He's jogging off under his own power. That's a good sign. Amy Mendoza come out on the field, the trainer.
One thing I've heard about is how tough a kid Leo Bovenscholt is.
Okay, Palin and Herter making their way back to the huddle now. So first and goal for the Clockers at the 3. 10:46 to go in the third quarter. Clockers up 15-0 and knocking on the door for another score.
I think Molesky would like to get a touchdown on Thanksgiving Day.
He's deep in the backfield. He gets the ball right up the gut.
Molesky on the carry.
He's brought down. No signal.
I'm not sure if he fumbled it or not.
Hiller came away with that ball. Still waiting for a call on the field.
They're going to call him down on like the half-inch, 1 yard line.
They're marking about at the 1. So second and goal now for the Clockers, right at the edge of the goal line.
Second and goal.
Well inside the 1. That's about the 6-inch
Less than a
line.
yard to go.
I was looking at the yard marker on the sideline. The ball is definitely further and closer, I should say, closer to the goal line than where the marker has it on the sideline. So what do you think, Rod? This one's going to Molesky? Right at the gut?
I'd like to see it go to Molesky.
And that's a touchdown for the Clockers. Make it 21-0.
Who's number 55 for Ashland?
Hunter Roby.
Oh, yes. I'm a big fan of that name, Roby. My name being Robert, I'll tell you a little good little story as we going for 1. The 1.
Oh yeah.
We didn't see the fingers, so that means it's definitely 1.
So Gilly gonna kick it. McGough on the hold. High snap. Gilly boots it through, and it's good.
Kick is up.
Great
and the kick
job.
Is good.
I thought he was going to keep on, he was going to just stand up and go for it again.
So, my name being Robert, growing up, my mom used to call me Robbie. So, 4 years old, how do I spell my name? You know, so she teaches me. No, definitely not.
Julia kicks off here. Fielded, well, going to let it go into the end zone. So a touchback there as White Stevens thought about it and then thought better.
Into the end zone for a touchback. Hopkinton's
Julia with a strong season, multiple touchbacks, which you don't see a lot at the high school level.
Another TVL All-Star, Julia. Clockers well represented in the postseason awards, including Coach McKay, Coach of the Year. So Litcher under center here for the Hillers, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Looking to get something going against the Clockers. Handoff is snuffed out by Dylan Drozek. TBL Defensive Player of the Year, Dylan Drozek knocks him back for a loss. Nothing going right for the Hillers right now.
17.
Mile for the Hillers. Ball spotted at about the 2.
Ball down at the 2-yard line.
So the Hillers have been moving the ball pretty effectively in the first half, Rob, but coming up goose egg so far here in the second half.
Yeah, the Hiller offensive yards were more in the middle of the field. They never really threatened on offense, but they definitely were not this inefficient.
I mean, they picked up a handful of first downs in the first half, but, you know, interception on the first series and now in deep trouble here in the second series. 3rd and long. And a quick kick.
On a 3rd down, interesting play.
Ball's going to roll all the way out across the 40.
Ball comes out.
So ball stops rolling at the 44.
Ashland will take over, 1st and 10.
So it does seem like the halftime speech
was. So interesting choice there by Hopkinton to kick on 3rd and 28. Hiller territory, ball spotted at the Hiller 44. Right side for Palin, tipped off the defender, off of Palin's complete. Well covered there by the Hiller defender.
Yeah, a pair of 13s. Did look like Palin might have got away with a little push off. Andrew Button was not happy about it. He was
as well. Gigliak, sorry, stays in. Palin heads back for the huddle. Clockers at the Hiller 44.
Gigliotti at the top of the screen.
Okay, Herder in shotgun this time. Gigliotti in motion. Just a 1-yard gain for Molesky there.
Valley Tech played yesterday at Fenway Park in the Thanksgiving Day pregame. And BVT ran that play for a 60-yard touchdown. Perfectly executed.
I feel like that's the first time I've seen the Clockers run it this year.
Yeah.
Clockers going for it here on 4th down. 4th and 4 at the 38. They're in that tight formation. Herder under center.
Trying to draw them off sides. Call timeout.
They'll think this one over.
Timeout, Ashland.
So I'm not sure if you caught that action at the half. Big 50-50 raffle here. Turned out to be a record collection for the Clock Club, over $1,000. And the person that won donated their wings back to the Clocker Club. So I won't call it a Thanksgiving miracle, but it's certainly a nice Thanksgiving gesture. So a nice fundraiser here this morning, for Ashland High School Athletics.
Give a shout out to my daughter. Hopefully Hallie's watching from down in Boca at her cousin's house.
Do you think she's up this early?
Oh, she gets up early now. She's definitely up early.
Rob, I gotta tell you, I'm a little surprised you didn't come back with more of a tan. Spend 10 days in Florida.
Yeah, it's a good point. I didn't.
Okay, Clockers has spread it out. Gigliotti in motion. Herder takes it himself up the middle. First down.
They're moving the chains, folks. That must be an Ashland first down.
And again, getting a little chippy after Leo Bovenschult and number 75, Justin Sokol.
Back onto the end of the run.
Yeah, it'll be half the distance from there, so take it down to about the 11-yard line, maybe the 12.
15-yard penalty.
Want to give a shout out to fellow Syracuse alum John Phillips. The Los Angeles-based Phillips is here in town, in Providence actually, with some family for Thanksgiving weekend. So glad to have him and his family joining us on the broadcast here on WACA-TV.
First 11.
Luke Herder back under center. Molesky in the backfield. 3 wideouts to the left. Quick screen pass over to
Weiss.
Keegan Weiss for a short gain. So Hopkinton did a nice job defending that one, Rob.
Okay. Shout out to my brother Brian, probably watching.
You're doing shout outs to people that might be watching. I'm doing shout outs to people who are watching.
How do you know?
My people text me.
Oh.
4:34 to go in the third quarter. Ashland driving deep in Hiller territory. Herder under center. Another Clockers
touchdown, Andrew Molesky.
Andrew the Machine Molesky on the board. That was the nickname his dad preferred. I saw them at the Medfield game. So I'm like, hey, you're his dad. You pick the nickname. You don't like Weeble? Machine definitely has a certain masculinity to it, as opposed to Weeble, but that's fine.
It's all good.
That's why I like the Weeble.
I think he likes the alliteration.
Weeble was so anti.
Good. John Giglia for the extra point.
3 touchdowns away from the 50.
With 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter.
Make it 29-0 Clockers. 3:40 to go in the third quarter.
0.
Make sure that Hillers remember the day that they played the Clockers.
You're watching Ashland High School football on WACA-TV. Rob's WACA-TV, a happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate you joining us. We know you could be watching that Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
But it's Thanksgiving all year round with the Mayflower app.
Okay, Gilliam kicking here for the Clockers. Stevens and who is that? Who else is back there? I couldn't see. 21?
21.
Sorry about that.
Blackjack. We were just talking about
end over end kick fielded by Stevens at his own 5. He'll bring it out.
Kramer in?
Up the middle and brought down among those on the tackle, Jake Caveney.
Number 11, Jake Keaveney.
Or Keaveney, as the case may be. So the Hillers, 1st and 10, they'll be 6-yard line, make it 24.
1st and 10, Hopkinton from the 24.
So Clockers up 29-0, Rob. Not seeing the Coach McKay going deep into his bench just yet. Still here late in the third quarter, 3:33 to go.
Once again, Gillis.
Okay. Unless you're trying to take it himself.
Sacked by number 9.
Brought down for a loss. Looks like the ball's going to get spotted at the 20.
For the Tri-Valley League. Sack.
Getting some extra protection. By Matthew Pantera, wide receiver, makes the catch. Big gain there. Still not a first down. It's going to be 4th and long.
It's on the 18-yard line. It's 28-yard line. 4th and 7.
I don't think I've seen even a high school team have 3 backs with the quarterback for the extra protection like I saw in that play, Rob. But they had some success on a similar play in the first half, you know, drawing in the defensive line and then dumping for a screen play. Normally that would be a big gainer, you know, a nice 8-yard gain, whatever that was, but they were so far back, it's still going to be 4th and 7 here for the Hillers as timeouts called on the field.
Yeah, it was a Hopkinton timeout. Looks like they didn't have their personnel right. Going back and forth. So we're talking about the Dallas game. That's 5th year anniversary of the Thanksgiving Day game where my favorite player, Ezekiel Elliott, jumped into the Salvation Army pot. And he's been wearing the bracelet. If you watch him today, he started wearing this when he came up to play Patriots. He started wearing the Silver Strong bracelet again, and he's been wearing it the last couple weeks as well.
I was so glad you shared that photo with me. That's so amazing. It's so great that he does that.
Did that. He donated to Hallie's Jimmy Fund Walk anonymously.
High snap on the punt here. It's going to take an Ashland bounce. Hopkinton downs it at the Clocker 46-yard line.
No return.
So Clockers continuing to enjoy excellent field position, starting field position here in the second half.
1st and 10, Ashland from the 45-yard line.
How did you feel wearing that Ezekiel Elliott shirt for that filming we did?
I couldn't take enough showers to get that dirty feeling off.
Your Eagles playing a little better, though.
I've been impressed. They've run off a nice little streak here, and hopefully it'll continue this Sunday.
Who do they play? Giants?
Yes, they're playing the Giants. Herder complete to Gillis. Big gainer here, down to the 30.
Gillis down to the 30.
So Clockers up 28-0, and they're not taking the foot off the gas here, Rob. Ball spotted at the 31. 29-0. What did I say?
28. It's a big point because if they're going to get 50.
That 2-point conversion's throwing me off.
1st and 10 from the 31.
Threw everyone off.
So 1st and 10 for the Clockers at the Hiller 31. Herder in shotgun. Molesky beside him on the near side. Rimza out wide here on the near side, flanked with Keegan Weiss. Troutman in motion. Quick throw is to Troutman. He's got some blockers.
Troutman with the quick.
Almost.
Good closing pursuit by the Hopkinton Hillers to limit him to 4 yards. It looked like they were going to really be able to break that open. That could be the last play of the quarter.
Okay, ball spotted at the 26.
McKay and the Clockers are content to let the clock expire here.
One of the things I've been impressed with all year, Rob, is just how they spread the ball around. Just so many weapons on this offense. Everybody touches the ball. I mean, obviously Molesky, Troutman, Weiss, Palin are both involved there.
With the score,
yeah, we talked about even with Molesky, you know, if he's not in there and they're giving the ball to Gigliotti, he's almost just as capable as Molesky. The talent is quite extensive all over the board, like you said. Yeah, but the number of players that have touchdowns on the receiving end or receptions is up there.
Okay, as we await move to the fourth quarter.
Up the left
Hand
side.
off to Molesky.
Where do they do indoor track?
That's a great question. I don't honestly know.
I didn't know if it was like one of the high schools or they go, or all the meets at like, you know how they go to BU or something like that, or the Reggie Lewis Center, Northeast.
But I tell you, that fourth quarter started with it just kind of snuck up on me there.
That's why there's two of us. Somebody's always paying
Exactly.
attention. Don't see him right now, but a shout out, happy Thanksgiving to the Ferrier family who were here watching the game from the stands and from behind the fence.
Okay, Herder in shotgun, Molesky beside him. Weiss in a bit of a motion. Herder scrambles, fires to the corner. And dropped by Palin. He had his man, he was open, he was inbounds, couldn't come down with it.
Of all the passes to drop, he's made. Still intact.
36-0 Clockers. 10:15 to go in the fourth quarter.
Happy Thanksgiving to Athletic Director Stephen Marks and our trusty trainer Amy Mendoza and our principal Kelly St. Cure. Did I pronounce that right? How would you pronounce it?
I would have pronounced St. Cure. Superintendent Jim Adams as well. So I understand from Stephen Marks that winter sports registration has been extended. You now have until November 28th. So if you want to play winter sports, get on the site, get registered, and join the team. So Julia getting ready to kick off here at the 40. Stevens is on the near side this time. Flanked by Elgabry. Line drive kick, short, and rolls out of bounds inside the 20.
Kick went out of bounds.
They'll get it at the 35, I believe.
To the 35.
It's going to be a welcome change for the Hillers. They have not had good field position at all this morning.
No.
So, Rob, correct, as you mentioned, ball spot at their 35. Hillers will take over here, 1st and 10.
Running clock. If it's over, I think if it's 28 or over in the fourth quarter, they just run the clock.
Okay.
Continuous time.
Down to about 8:20.
Takes the 50.
Puts it in jeopardy.
Who sang Jeopardy? Who sang that song, Jeopardy?
Weird Al Yankovic?
No, the Greg Kinn Band.
Oh, right. Oh! Gillis with a huge hit.
Matt Gillis.
But Weird Al Yankovic did do a
I lost
a
my
parody
Jeopardy.
of it.
Yeah.
Loss of 9 on the play.
You know, Greg Kinn was a DJ in the Bay Area for a long time.
From the 26.
I did not know that.
Yeah, used to listen to him when I was living out there back in the 90s.
All right.
So a big loss for the Hillers. Gillis with a big sack, 9-yard loss. 2nd and 19 for the Hillers at their own 27. Litcher in shotgun. Drops back, takes it himself up the middle, has some blocks.
Keeper.
Tough to bring down.
And what's
got a late flag here? It's going to probably be holding. Early signal seems to be against the Hillers, so this one's coming back. I think every series they've had, maybe the one that ended in an interception. They're going nowhere fast. 2nd and 26 now. Ball spotted at their own 19.
Yeah. Coaching staff going to be very pleased with how they turned it around in the second half.
Okay, Hillers with 3 wideouts to the near side. Lisher pump fakes, scrambling. He's coming here toward the near side now, chased by 3 clockers. Hit hard by Herder. And that sideline's loving that hit by Herder. The quarterback, the big hit on defense.
Tough kid, Robert Litcher.
He gains back most of the penalty yards, so it's
Hopkinton at this point just trying to get some points on the board, and needless to say, Ashland trying to
I think they're just trying to get positive yards at this point, let alone points on the board.
Well, yeah, short-term goal, positive yards, but ultimately they'd like to wipe off
It's a tale of
wipe
two
the
cities.
goose egg off the
Tale of two
field.
halves here, Rob. I mean, it was such a tight game early on, and no score in the first quarter. 15-0 at the half, and now there's a fumble. Picked up by the Clockers, no whistle. It's going to get returned to the house.
Jake Rimza.
Defensive touchdown for the Clockers.
Scoop and score.
Getting onto the field here for the hold for Gilia.
Hopkinton running a player onto the field as well.
Kick is up and good. Not the usual hard boot that we see from Gilia, but
no, the hold was a little funny. He had the ball pointing in a weird direction.
3 minutes running clock.
43-0 Clockers.
Ashland 43. Hopkinton Hillers 0.
Crowd starting to make its way for the exits. So Gilia kicking off here for the Clockers. Stevens and Elgabri. I'm still having trouble with that name. Stevens and Elgabri back to receive for the Hillers.
They have some tough names on their
Sure
roster.
do.
Wins.
Don't feel
I
those
know that.
bruises, do you?
I know that.
End over end kick toward the corner.
Might scoot out of bounds as well. It did.
Rolled out of bounds at the 1.
Ball went out of bounds at the 1. Flag on the play.
See, maybe they'll
Ball's
get
gonna
1,
be
2
brought
plays
out to
in
the
there.
35.
It's going to about do it. And as the clock winds down, once again, we thank our crew, Justin O'Brien, Mackie Kotob, Nick Cunningham, Tom Hamilton, Paul Bowden running the show today, Allison Rose doing something from the truck, studio broadcasting, helping out all year with all the sports.
And of course, we're thankful to you, our viewers, tuning in week after week and joining us here on Thanksgiving.
Bob Thacker, your pre-Thanksgiving Day meal? He's probably eaten already. He's probably broke into the desserts already.
2nd and 8.
So Hiller's a 2-yard gain on the run there.
37 yards.
Minute 15 to go in the game.
Last. Could be the last play. I don't know if they still do the 40-second clock.
Clockers with a 3-man front here. Hopkinton runs it to the far side. Tackle made after a short gain. So this will bring up 3rd and short for the Hillers. Under a minute to go now, about 45 seconds left.
Nick Tang. 3rd and 2 from the 43.
What a great year. Do we even know, can we even recap the touchdowns? I know Herder had a couple. Molesky ended up getting one.
Antonuk had the last one.
Gillis had
He
a
had
receiving,
one.
that's 5.
And the defensive touchdown.
And the defensive touchdown by Rimza accounts for the 6 scores. And what started off kind of slow, a little hangover from the playoff loss, they really came back, came out fired up. 15-0 first half, but total domination.
Negative yards for the Hillers in the second half, a defensive performance by the Clockers.
There's my buddy Abel Vigia on the sidelines. Gotta head down and see him. Want to thank our sponsors again, Technoplex Flexibles, our day sponsor, and of course Marathon Food all year long, and always a faithful sponsor. Appreciate that.
So our thanks to the crew. Thanks to all of you, our viewers, and Rob, thank you for a great season. Had a lot of fun.
Was a lot of fun. And again, thanks to, congratulations to all the seniors on a great season. Really not much more to say, but
no, we'll look forward to winter season kicking off in December, and looking forward to getting back in front of a mic, and this time inside.
Yeah. So on behalf of my partner Josh Abrams, I'm Rob Silver, WACA-TV, saying good day and go Clockers.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Ashland High School faculty and staff wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Go!
Happy Thanksgiving from everyone here at Ashland Town Hall. Looking forward to watching the Ashland Clockers champs run up the score against Hopkinton today. Go Clockers!
Happy Thanksgiving! Go Clockers!
Members of the Ashland Fire Department would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Go Clockers!
Hey guys, this is Marathon Deli. We want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. And go Clockers, number 1.
From all of us at the Athlete and Senior Center, we're wishing you a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm open. I got it. Clockers, best of luck today. Go long.